never let it grow. I'm at war with it, but it's hard to let it go.
Alright, check it out. As the community of the Destiny franchise, we've discussed many things about the games, both good and bad. But one topic that's pretty much vanished in the thin air will be skill. Now, skill and the quantity of it that it takes to become adept at a particular game or even to master it varies from game to game. Some games have a very steep learning curve while others are relatively simple to learn, and there's no more to it than just a little bit of time investment and dedication required to fully get the hang of things. Again, the amount of skill required to actually be considered good at a particular game is different for each title, but trial and error will always be a contributing factor and is very much a part of the learning curve. But Destiny has always been a very special case. This is solely because Destiny lacks a definitive notion of skill due to the varying methods of how to play the game, and I give you a few examples. Now, you got three types of Destiny players: the PvE players, the PvP players, and the players that are very well versed in both. The reason why there's a difference between a PvE player and a PvP player is because there are some people who exclusively entertain themselves with one side of the game and stay there. I've met people who will only play Crucible and will completely indulge in Trials of Osiris every weekend, but if you ask them to do a raid, a strike, or anything else that isn't Crucible oriented, they won't do it, no matter how badly you need their assistance. With my own two eyes, I've witnessed a 2.0 KD Trials player completely suck at raid and Nightfalls, honestly. I vividly remember a friend asking me to carry him through a Nightfall, and this individual was much better than what I could ever hope to be in Trials of Osiris, and probably had about 60 plus flawlesses compared to my 5 flawlesses at the time. Now, on the other side of the coin, you got people who consider themselves to be raid gods and have mastered almost everything there is to know about PvE and could probably solo a Nightfall in 5 minutes, but will go 3 and 50 in the Crucible. Like, no joke. Last but not least, you got people like myself who purchased the game for the fully fledged experience and will do absolutely everything in the game until there's nothing else to do. Reasons like this are why I would never recommend picking one side and exclusively playing it, because not only are you not getting your money's worth, you're also cheating yourself out of multiple hours of entertainment. I can admit that I'm not an expert at the game, but I'm extremely capable of carrying out a task in its entirety, whether it's going flawless in Trials of Osiris or leading my team to victory in a raid. Destiny 1's PvP was devoid of skill to some extent. This is mostly due to players having indefinite access to powerful weapons such as shotguns and sniper rifles. The ability to alter your cooldown time of your super, grenades, and melee, intellect, discipline, and strength also enable players to maximize their combat effectiveness with little to no downsides. That right there is prime example that freedom of choice leads to abuse, and abuse leads to nerfs, and so on and so forth. Time to kill in Destiny 1 was also very fast. The fastest time to kill primaries in the game could kill in, I'd say, roughly less than 0.7 seconds, and reasons like this are why each Crucible meta in Destiny 1 revolved around how quickly the most dominant weapon in PvP could kill. Comparing PvP in Destiny 1 to what we were given in the Destiny 2 beta, my final verdict would be that PvP in Destiny 1 didn't take the most amount of skill. Now, don't get me wrong, it definitely takes skill to make it to the lighthouse in Trials of Osiris, so that's somewhat of a different situation. Now, Destiny 2's PvP has received a massive overhaul. Time to kill has drastically slowed down, which means that weapons deal significantly less damage, which makes teamwork more imperative. For the betterment of things, all weapons previously known as special weapons in Destiny 1, for exception of sidearms, have been moved to the heavy slot, which is known as the power weapon slot in Destiny 2. Ability cooldowns are also a lot slower, and if you don't have what's known as primary game in Destiny 2, you'll definitely have a difficult time enjoying yourself in Destiny 2's PvP. Speaking of primary game, I spent countless hours perfecting my aim and or accuracy in the Halo series, and my talent transferred seamlessly into the Destiny series until I realized that Destiny didn't really reward players for their talent with a primary weapon. Now, it wasn't until Destiny 2's beta release when I finally felt like my primary weapon prowess actually meant something. So if you were thinking of becoming a part of the Destiny community and you wanted to know how much quote-unquote skill the game takes, keep in mind that you can be an expert in either PvE or PvP, but your adaptiveness will not seamlessly transfer to the other side. But I'm calling it quits on this one, everybody, so I'll catch you on the next video. Stay blessed.